So we're here at Goodwood on a lovely sunny day, my favourite circuit in the world, not just the UK, and arguably one of the best and most challenging circuits there is. It's a special day because I'm driving this fantastic, the most famous Aston Martin race car, 2 VEV. There was 19 Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagatos made, but only 3 to this specification. But this is a special car because it was driven by Jim Clark, and it was driven by him here at this circuit at Goodwood. Jim Clark was a legend and an absolute hero, so to sit in the very car that he's had good results here, some bad results, is very special. And a car with history like that, and when a car as famous as this has been driven by someone like Jim Clark, it's really a bit of a dream day for me to drive it around here, and I can't wait to drive this car around this circuit. Fantastic. First impressions, it's quite funny because when you think this was in its day in the early 60s was a top-line GT sports car, race car, and you compare it to modern day GT sports cars, completely different. This feels much more like a road car. It's got a bit of trimming, it's sitting very high in a big steering wheel, no roll cage obviously, but it's got character. The leather seats, they feel like they've been worn in, they're all soft, the pedal and the carpets are all a little bit worn in. But with a car like this, you don't want to restore it or have it put back to be like brand new, because then you lose the character of it. But I just love to kind of sit here and imagine racing this around here in the early 60s against John Surtees, with the cars drifting and moving around over the bumps and the undulations on the circuit. I'm really having to work at it. Obviously a big steering wheel, so you have big steering inputs into it. And to me, that's what makes a proper car, and that's why I love old cars. Special to be driving a car that Jim Clark drove in this very seat around this very circuit. 2 VEV, the registration of this car that we're in now, is probably the most famous Aston Martin race car there was. And it's not just because of the specification, it's because of the race history the car's got. With Jim Clark, he raced it here at Goodwood in the RAC Tourist Trophy in 1961 and scored with a 4th place finish. Just behind the sister car, 1 VEV, which finished 3rd. And in the second year, in 1962, a very infamous picture was created at that event. He came out the pitch and hit through Madrick, had a bit of a spin. He span into the path of John Surtees, who was leading the race in a Ferrari 250 GTO. Both of the cars ended up going into the wall on the exit of Madrick, into the bank. And then a couple of laps later, another Ferrari joined them in the accident as they were parked there. And it's quite cool, really, that with the history this car's got here at Goodwood, that it's now going to be offered for sale at Goodwood Festival of Speed with Bonhams in the auction. With the big old wheel, you sat quite high up. There's quite a bit of movement and roll in the car. But I think that would actually be a little bit better if you could get on and really drift the car around and use that roll and momentum from the car. But this big old wheel around this fantastic circuit with the undulations and bumps. As you go through the kink here at Ford Ward, I can just imagine the car being set into a nice drift the whole way through. It has been proper. Driving around this circuit in this weather in the car, there's a Spitfire taking off, and I thought, does life get much better than this? And the thing with the car, it's got character and you can feel that, so you don't necessarily have to be going quick to enjoy the driving experience of it. And I gave it a few good squirts in second gear round to what it revs to, and it really pulls, and there's part of me that thought I'd love just to keep revving it out and go and give it a good hard lap. They're hoping and predicting it will beat the record to be the most expensive British car ever sold at auction. If I had the money, I'd do it, absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm not quite there on the money side of it, but from the auction side, I'd love to be part of it and go and watch and see the lucky person that ends up with that car. And it's been in the same family for 50 years, so that's a long time, and I'm sure from their side it will be quite sad to see it go, but going to a new home and to I'd really like to see that car come out and do some events and start being driven at circuits more, and I think that's part of the reason it's been sold is, yes, it's worth a lot of money, but it also hasn't been driven and used. To me, that car should be raced around circuits like this, so as motoring fans and enthusiasts we get to see that car being driven to the absolute limit.